Hey guys, what's up? George Merlos here with Integrity Home Finance. It's been a long time since I've done a video on YouTube, so let's go. I hope all of you guys are safe at home with your loved ones, and thank you to all of the medical workers out there taking care of us throughout this time through COVID-19. I'm a lender. I've been a lender for the last 17 years in Southern California. And I just want to provide you with some information to help you and your family to make the right decision if you've been affected by this. There have been tons of news outlets promoting the information that you can file for a forbearance program. A forbearance program does not forgive your balance, does not forgive your monthly payment, as much as we'd like to. If you have a $2,000 monthly mortgage payment, what ends up happening when you do a forbearance program is those $2,000 accumulate until the forbearance program agreement becomes due. So if it's for 3 months, you're going to pay $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, that's $6,000. And on the 4th month, you're going to owe $8,000 to your creditor. The media does not tell you about that, so be very, very careful when requesting a forbearance program. Now, the majority of lenders, servicers, are going to give you a forbearance program for 3 months. After those 3 months, they're going to reanalyze the situation, see if you still need another forbearance program for another 3 months. They normally do this up to 12 months. It's not from the very beginning that they're going to give you a forbearance program for 12 months. Now, why is this important? The reason is because the government, although they have the best intentions of putting this out there to the media, is not conveying the reality of what's going on in the market. Servicing companies don't owe anything to the government. Servicing companies owe everything to their investors. So if you don't make your payment, the servicing company still needs to pay the investors, the person that actually holds the money. And they may not be as lenient with their reporting methods as far as your credit report. I currently have a client that's been in forbearance since November. Every single month, he's been reported late. Now he has a notice of default on his credit. There is no way, absolute way, that he could qualify for a mortgage now. So if you are in difficult times and you're not working, definitely look into this and call your servicer and figure out what your options are. Usually they'll start with forbearance. If that doesn't work out, they'll extend the forbearance. That doesn't work out, they may want you to do a loan modification. There are some servicers that are going to attach the balance at the end of the loan. The majority of servicers will not. So be very careful when executing that decision. Something else to consider is that it could be reported late on your credit report, even though at a later date, retroactively, they could try to update it. But for the time being, it could damage your credit. Your credit is king, especially in a time like this. You want to be able to use your credit. So don't take advantage of the program, especially those of you out there that are still employed, that are essential workers. What ends up happening is that those servicers can't pay the investors, and it begins a very, very big domino effect that can certainly continue to affect our economy. So as a homeowner, try to make your payments. If you're not able to, call your servicer, get the help, but get clarity on what you are doing. Forbearance is not forgiveness. Now, for those of you in the process of buying a house, the number one thing you need to focus on right now is your credit. We're getting guideline changes almost every single day, every couple of hours a day. Loan programs being removed, credit score increases, down payment increases, debt to income ratios being lowered, reserve requirements. The one thing that you can control is your credit. The first thing that you want to do to be able to control your credit is to make sure that everything that's on there is reported accurately. You can go to annualcreditreport.com, get a free copy, and validate all the information that's on there. If you're currently in escrow and working with the lender, ask them for strategies to help you improve your credit scores. One of the simplest ways to improve your credit scores is to pay down your balances on your credit cards. You don't want to be at 50%. You definitely do not want to be at 100%. If you can afford a house, buy the house. the interest on rent is 100%. So yes, it's still a great time to buy. And to kind of give you guys some additional statistics, during the last 5 recessions, 3 out of those 5, home prices went up. So take care of your credit. Try to increase it as much as possible. Do not apply for credit during this process. Do not close any credit cards during this process. Do not run up your balances during this process at all. That's my advice for today. I hope you find it useful and helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.